We have got the action right here. Final round of the 2026 New Zealand Disc Golf Open presented by RPM Discs, the third stop in the Tour Down Under, brought to you guys by MVP. We're here in New Zealand, just outside the capital, Auckland, just a little west, actually. I'm your host, Luke Humphries, joined in the booth by Mr. Tall Paul Oman here. This is another round at the Orchard and another round of crazy conditions.
Yeah, definitely letting up on the wind a little bit today, which means the rain is going to hang out just a little bit longer in spells.
Yeah, doesn't move through as fast. Bradley Williams in the lead, been playing great in the wind, in the conditions.
Yeah, course record yesterday.
7 under. Seems like he's choosing to play some of these holes for par even. Given the OB, given the conditions, he's just making a bunch of really good decisions. You can see 10 under leading this thing is,
Oh, it's been insane.
Yeah, we got David Perry, Australian. Guy's got so much game. Throws it forehand, backhand, a quarter mile.
Yeah.
And he's got a great putt as well. Little jumper that he likes to go to.
A familiar face here to some, probably most, Luke Humphries.
Yeah.
Happy to see some of the game today on coverage.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Shot a good one yesterday and got myself up here along with my teammate, Jacob Blair.
Yeah, all these players in contention today. And we saw, Jacob doing some great things yesterday.
Yeah.
Great solid putt.
It is. He's feeling his putt right now.
And a super stacked chase card as well.
It's true. Levi Stout, Big Germ, Corey Ellis. It's going to be a bunch of guys chasing. Tall Paul Oman's in there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm back on the third card, chilling, enjoying my time here in New Zealand. Start off this round. You got a big decision to make. Do you want to go for the green, or do you want to lay up and play for that more higher percentage birdie? The winds are down today. I definitely think a lot more players are
Ladies
going
and
for
gentlemen,
it.
welcome back to the first tee here at the Oratia Orchard Disc Golf Club on what is becoming a slightly damp and wet Championship Sunday for the 2026 New Zealand Disc Golf Open presented by RPM Discs. This is the third stop on the MVP Discs Tour Down Under, and it concludes the North Island leg of the tour before we head down to Bottle Lake for the final event. Our lead card today, MPO action is about to kick off. 4 great players, 3 from America, 1 from Australia, are going to contest this national title here in New Zealand. You are watching the MVP Discs Tour Down Under on Go Throw. And now we welcome our players. First, the overnight leader. He carded a stellar course record yesterday here at the Oratia Orchard, all the way from Austin, Texas, and certainly familiar to our Go Throw viewers. Give it up for Bradley Williams.
Brad's been going putter here, making it look really easy.
Yeah, I think that's a solid play. Like I said, the winds were down a bit today, which means the rain was hanging out a little bit longer, and it's kind of just a timing thing here. It looks like you guys got a little bit wet on hole 1, so you can see a lot of layups coming here.
Yeah, the card in front of us had a great
Second
spot.
to the tee, he's from Croydon Hills, Victoria, Australia. Yesterday, he carded his second highest rated PDGA round in history. Give it up for David Perry.
Super stoked to see David Perry having some success here at this tournament, man, because he's got a lot of game. Like you were talking about, he puts a lot of spin on the disc. What's he going to pull out of that shirt?
I think he's just going Halo Firebird here. Just chipping it up. A little high, extends the shot a bit, but not bad.
All right.
Third to the tee, he's from Wichita, Kansas, the front man of our good friends at Go Throw. He is one of the most experienced Tour Down Under players in history, making his 9th Tour Down Under start this week at the New Zealand Open. It's not a matter of if, but when he captures an MVP Discs Tour Down Under title. Put your hands together for Luke Humphries.
What are you pulling from under that jacket?
Yeah, 750 FX2. Been playing it up left every day. Didn't go for it. The group in front of us actually had a super sunny, super still moment. All 4 of them went for the green. 3 of them made it. And Aiden Scott carded the eagle again, 2 days in a row.
And rounding out the action for 2026 New Zealand Disc Golf Open presented by RPM Discs MPO final round lead card action. He's a rising star from Scotts Valley, California. Please put your hands together for Jacob Blair.
You got to see him yesterday. Played great, putted great. He's got the forehand, backhand combo. He's going D2 here.
Final round lead card action is underway, and
Just like that.
You guys had a solid gallery despite the inclement weather here.
Yeah, between the 2 groups, the chase card who had the Aiden, Germ, Corey, and Levi, the local, between the 2 of us, it was a 100-person gallery.
Yeah, definitely. And today was a holiday. Is a holiday.
Gotcha.
Auckland anniversary, so people getting a chance to take the free time, come out, watch some golf.
Yeah, that was a Toro from David. I'm going MX1, and I'm looking good. And then it never comes down. I hit the pole. I couldn't hear that in person, but
Yeah.
a little long. Yeah,
Yeah, just grabbing the top of that ridge rather than the front.
totally. Just played it 10 feet long.
Oh, this one lifted up as well.
Yeah, that was an A2 from Jacob. Both of us either needed to use a little more width or just throw a little more direct.
Yeah. I like, you said he was throwing the Firefly, I believe?
Yep.
This thing is not going to tilt to hyzer angle like those other 2. It's not going to have a mad skip.
Exactly.
Even, soft landing.
Totally. It was speed control, though. He's been making that shot look super easy.
Yeah.
In the conditions, I mean, it's raining.
Right.
That'll be a bogey for Jacob. Now we got a birdie look here from David. See how his putt's feeling. Wind has died. The rain has kind of subsided. Still a bit of a sprinkle.
Just outside circle. Just a bit timid for the first bit of the day. Really exposed on the top of this ridge here. Probably feeling like a straight head right there. Like
It was right to left head. For
right
sure.
to left headwind. Just a tricky little 28-footer.
Brad sneaking in the bird. And I believe that's just all 3 days, just putter, making it look so easy.
I mean, ultimate control.
Not really thinking I'm going to have a bogey putt like this on the first hole.
Cash money. I feel like I always take my hood off before I putt. And I'll put back on.
Man, I don't
Doesn't
like
bother
being,
you at all?
Not much. I don't like being rained on, though.
Yeah, I mean that, but like gives you a wind read. All those
does.
little hairs on your face just getting blown around and stuff.
Dude, both of our mustaches are on the front of our faces.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You're comfortable.
Yeah, I've learned to live with the sunglasses while I play, live with the hoods.
Diabolical first hole for the lead card.
Yeah,
Except
it
for
was.
Bradley.
Yeah.
But moving into an easier par 4, 552, you're just really looking to throw a straight shot up. You're not going to go OB long. Try to get pin high. If you hyzer in, it's really not a problem. Get closer to the orchard trees there on the left, but
Yeah, at this point, Bradley just wants to keep the pressure on us. Just birdied the first, made it look easy. Just keep putting in position.
gain
Because-
some composure. He got through the first hole and people are already bleeding strokes.
Yeah,
He's just playing his game plan.
good shot. High on the hill. He's been playing it basically to that spot on the hill where he can throw a straight putter. He's not playing a hyzer, forehand, or backhand. He's playing it well.
Yeah, just kind of using the fairway. Obviously, those fruit trees aren't going to get much taller, but
Yeah, we've been coming out here for a couple years now. I've seen this hole played a lot. And just the way that Bradley is playing it, it makes it seem so simple. Great shot there from David, though. He is as far up the hill as Bradley, but he is 50 feet closer to the pin. Going with a D3, a little lower on the hill.
Yeah. It's all good, though.
That's third backhand of the day, you know. Warming up.
Warming up.
Good shot from Jacob. Nice pump with his D2. That was destroyers for the other two players.
Man, can you see the flag from here?
I can. Yep.
Yeah, nice. That's clutch.
Going FX2. Pushes a little straighter than I thought it would. So I end up high.
Oh, yeah.
A little high long.
A tricky putt, but still a well-placed shot from down there.
Probably threw it a little hard. So Brad's got two different putters he's thrown. I think this one's a little less stable. So sick.
Oh, my
Turned the
gosh.
whole way. That's the one he does the standstill wrist flick from like 100.
Yeah.
And the other one, the Star Firefly, is a little more stable.
I think I need to shout out Simon Feasy. He deuced this hole today.
Simon Feasy deuced it?
Yeah.
The course designer?
You're the stat man, dude. I can't believe you don't know that.
Crazy. I was not looking at the MP, what is it, 40 division?
I mean, sometimes you got to check on your friends, you know. See how it's going. Mikey he's always putting up battles.
Yeah. And speaking of battles, we had a great battle in the FPO division. You guys can definitely go check that out. It's going to drop today as well.
Oh,
We got Sarah
nice
Hoke and
shot.
Jennifer Smiley doing some coverage. Yeah, he just drops Toro right on it. No problem. Stable putter.
No brainer.
Yeah, so, yep, putter down the hill about circle's edge.
Please.
She rolls down there a little bit.
It's a tricky spot. Shot you want to keep nice and tidy.
Yeah, I didn't play much tailwind, and mine, it's just dropped out.
Yeah, when you're high above that basket too, yeah, it's dirty. This is definitely not your favorite spot to be for par.
No. Didn't play the headwind on that one.
But
Yeah. Going to be a bogey start. Not ideal.
less than.
When he's birdie start, giving up 4, it's going to be tough sledding from here on out, I realize.
Yeah, for yourself. David definitely putting some pressure on.
Just one shot at a time, though.
Might help you out later on in the round. David
That
just keeps
definitely
pushing.
could happen. Yeah, and we got a chase card that's starting hot as well.
Oh,
We got both Corey and Germ doing some work, trying to make their names known. They got a little crowd as well, so
yeah, DP settling in.
yeah. Birdies for the crew other than me. Headed into hole 3. We've seen some interesting wind gusts on this hole throughout the week. We've seen a forehand completely drop out from Germ. The play has always been a little flex shot in my mind.
I think that is what I would prefer as well. Probably because I don't have the forehand distance, but
Yeah. Anything from, I mean, you were going like mid-range, weren't you?
yeah, I saw several players throwing the mid-range. I was throwing the Cayman. It's more like an approach disc, but you were buttering. What was that thing the other day? We got to play yesterday. And
The FX2.
yeah, that FX2 was flying right for you.
Just hold on. I'm 2 for 2 this week.
Whoa, what a shape. Just a little low,
Yep.
but a really beautiful shape. Going to give himself an opportunity for another birdie.
That's a mid from David, stabling out.
Out strong.
Dude, hits the tree, kicks left out of bounds.
I've seen a couple shots do that. It's unfortunate.
And you go to the drop zone.
It's a really cool tree.
It is a very
It's
cool
gonna
tree. It leans
really-
right and then
yeah.
has a few that grow straight.
It's been living a wild, windy life out here in the orchard. Oh, up into C1 for Jacob.
Yep, FX2, same thing I'm throwing.
I really love holes like this. Like just a bit off kilter. Easily could have dug this tee pad in and made it a straight shot, but they made the player work just a little bit more, made it a little more technical. Oh, dirty dog.
That was way wide of where I wanted it to start.
Yeah.
A little disbelief. That one, there's no reason for me not to get that shot.
I mean, with
I
the-
was unsure why I missed it. I think I showed up with a little less power today.
I saw that putt, dude. We were over on 6, and I heard the chains, and then you walked up and got your disc out of the basket. Dirty.
Yeah, I got to stop the bleeding. Do something.
Yeah, for sure. With the bogey start, I got to think you're just a little uncomfortable, and the wind is wicked on this hole, but definitely just an early release and great par save.
There's like a little whiteboard on this green for like a CTP. It looked like a disc. And so I assumed that David's disc had gone past the tree that he hit. So I actually putted first on accident.
Oh, dang, dude.
Yeah.
Courtesy.
Yeah. Well, we get up there and there's just like a whiteboard the size of a disc. And it looked like the color of his disc. So Bradley missing that birdie. 2 for 2 start solid though.
Man, here it comes again.
I know. Seriously. The wind and the rain.
It's so funny, like it'll drench you, and then as the sun comes out, all of a sudden you're like, wow, I'm completely dry.
Pretty wild weather going on. Like you said yesterday, the locals, they don't say that this is normal. Although for the Tour Down Under, it definitely is normal. We play in these conditions almost always when we come down. So we've gotten our stable discs figured out and got the wind putts dialed in. So a little triple Mando here. Like we said, we haven't seen anybody go long. It's super easy to come up short. Some sticky grass. Most players are playing low.
Are you trying to foreshadow right now? What's happening? Somebody going to go long?
I'm just saying it's really hard.
There's a CTP up there for an air fryer as well.
That looked really good. That circle's edge short.
Really nice.
It actually hit the tree. Now that I think of it.
Gonna leave himself at circle's edge. The slow play is beautiful, but it's tough to get him to run all the way up there. Par is good on this one. I mean, obviously, it's a good time to get a birdie anytime. Whoa. Dude, did you just foreshadow me?
I didn't mean to, but I suppose I did.
Nice shot. Very nice shot. What was that?
That was the FX2. That's the 4th time I've thrown it this round.
And you hammered that thing.
Yeah.
You hit the line.
Well, like we've been talking about, it's so easy to grab that grass and have a putt. As we see David hit the Mando like with his Toro.
Violent, like, not violent, but like you're like.
Yeah, no, I'm
really
telling you, I showed up with like not a
right
lot of snap today.
Yeah.
I don't have my snap today, so I had to do the body.
You're just throwing it all at it. Just hi-ya.
He's got a good jumper. It looks pretty smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Brad circles edge to go 3 for 4, keep the pressure on the field.
Super committed bid.
Yeah. It's like one of the... Go ahead.
I was just going to say anybody that can hold, that stance for that long. it's tough to... That's full on commit.
Yeah. So 2 birds, 2 pars. If I can make this.
Oh.
I slid like 2 inches as... Yeah.
It's super saturated.
I'll see you after these messages.
If you had just one throw to win, would you leave it to chance? At OTB, we make sure you never have to. So why step up with the game on the line without knowing if the disc in your hand is the right one? Because when it matters most, guessing isn't enough. Get the exact disc you need today at OTB.
back into the action. We have just a straight shot through the pairs. They're not ready yet, y'all, if you're wondering. Got to wait a little longer on those. It's something we saw Brad disking up to a fairway. I'm throwing like full speed forehand just to try and get all the way up there. Another hole that the grass is thick and the ceiling is low. What are you doing?
I'm throwing into the trees on the right side sometimes and sometimes on the left side. I tried the forehand today, actually. I knew that's what you would tell me. Oh,
bro. Seriously, the best shot I've ever seen on this hole. This is...
What?
Look, he keeps the ceiling on this so...
Dude, he's trying to ace. Ding.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Loved that shot from him.
I bet the crowd went wild for that.
Yeah. They did. They were... because of the conditions, everybody was just like a little less than enthusiastic, I think. It was hard to get a little love up there for Circle
love.
Tupa.
You can do whatever you want with that. Yeah, I tried to throw the forehand. Your words were ringing out in my ears. It didn't go as well as yours. Oh, that did not go well. That's okay.
He got the ding dong, though, you know. It's always okay if you get the second kick.
The second kick, yeah. Yeah, everything's pretty muddy here. It's just unfortunate that the weather has rolled in like this, but just gotta take it easy.
Yeah, he was going Firebird there. Brad was going T-Bird.
Everybody's got a little work to do here, except for Jacob.
And I've got Jacob's disc list here, and I don't see that one on there. Guessing it was an F3. Had a great fairway driver flight to it.
That was perfect from Bradley.
Yeah, I mean, he got the nice kick to be perfect.
Well, you know, it was perfect in my eyes.
Definitely hit the tree.
Oh, come on.
That one's going to be tricky. That's looking like a bogey unless he can hit some sort of crazy putt now.
That fairway was really hurting after these rains. And then I just got to imagine that played into that for David.
Yeah, he does the smart thing. There's a lot of little Twizzlers you could hit if you were trying to keep the height right.
This is something my boy could hit.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Oh, good save. Wait, did it land on top?
Yeah, it never came down. There it is right there. It's a little strong.
I'm sorry, but that was a beautiful bid. You can work with that.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
And you're still fresh to death. You did not go down in the mud slop.
Haven't yet. 2 slips, last 2 holes.
The hood's down. I think it had to do something with that wind read. It's good.
Yeah. This hole's tricky. Trying to play the flex shot up the middle. You got to get around this last tree. That's the hardest part, I think. And if you do and you go 2 straight, you can definitely find that OB long.
Yep, it's back there. I think I disked down today, and it was a mistake. I thought the wind was a little, down, and I was wrong.
I think you want to just go like, that's a D2, by the way. You just go higher. Instead of disking down, you take distance off another way.
Yeah, I didn't read that crosswind right. There were kind of some lulls back here.
Yeah, it was a harder day to read the clouds, just overall gray. I do a lot of cloud looking to find the general direction that the clouds are.
Come on. That's good height.
Yeah.
Just Earls on the hyzer.
Earls on the hyzer. Probably like 15% snap off. I'm starting to notice it here.
Okay. Was that like a typical, did you stable up or was
No, that shot felt good. I did what I was trying to do.
Big swing from Brad. That T-bird again?
Yep, same deal.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm guessing
it's something about the wind and it not really, you're not feeling it here.
Yeah, I'm guessing Brad went OB with his destroyers a couple times in practice and decided to disc down. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a destroyer right here.
With the destroyer, I think it's very important to get the height of the shot to take out that distance. And look at you, no way.
That's what happened. That makes me feel a little bit better. It's out.
Dude,
It was carrying quite a bit of speed. It was definitely going out of bounds. It almost got saved, but it unfortunately didn't. I thought that maybe it just landed and crept out, which feels worse than like slamming that stake. And
man, that's hateful.
yeah,
That's hateful.
I didn't even want to watch either.
What do you think about these?
I love them. They keep the feels like you could throw the low skipper if they weren't there.
Right, and get into the circle.
If mine was bad, at least I didn't leave myself a circle's edger.
Hey, now we're not.
I'm just saying.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Well, there's no joy in those putts, bud.
Yeah, I mean, those
Can't-
people are not super stoked.
There can be no thievery of joy when there is none. All right. To save the par, wind kind of picking up for this.
This would be a huge putt to stay in the game here. There's some very tricky holes coming up. Just doesn't seem like one of them. This doesn't seem like a spot to go OB, really.
No.
Aye.
Yeah. Kind of a bummer of a bogue.
That almost looked like a Thunderbird, though.
Bradley at risk of giving one back here, too.
Not a destroyer from David. Just the stamp. I might be wrong.
Ooh. Almost like with a little Anheuser pop out of the hand. That was a great putt.
To keep some composure.
Yeah, it felt like
stay
they're-
in the game, not lose a stroke to anyone.
Yeah, he drops that one. There's a little crack in the armor, you know?
I mean, the back nine just never gives up, really.
Yeah.
There's birdies there, but 18, I don't know, 14, 10, 11 startup. It's just like,
Oh, yeah.
you got to play some golf.
It kind of gets going right here, honestly. 7, 8, then 10, 11. They can get you in big trouble. This is a 500-foot hole, and you're just throwing it out into the wind.
Do you remember when we were playing skins and Simon was like, what do you guys think? You were like, I love it. And I was like, oh my gosh, Simon, what have you done?
Yeah.
And then we threw the shots, and this hole is amazing. Your disc can land anywhere here. The forehands are big. It's a great placement shot. This weekend, the conditions have been very tough. So
Yeah.
the three is great. Keep
It-
yourself moving.
It's left or right for sure, and there might be some headwind in it.
Come on.
Yeah, she did. She's kind of over there by the OB line, but
Yeah.
not bad.
You smoked it.
I was trying to get a birdie, honestly. I've been playing pretty safe the last 2 days, but I'm trying to...
But you know what you got to do to get a birdie on this hole.
Yeah, you threw a really good, mid-range shot?
I never birdied it, except for, did I get it in skins? Did I actually hit the putt?
There was only one birdie so far in the field, and it was Levi Stout, round 1, with a park job.
That's what I'm preaching. And he did not whip a big old 501-foot forehand. He's throwing that Kotuku.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to, he's got the whip. Where that?
Short right.
Okay.
He's the one that has a putt, and sometimes that's the most dangerous position to be in.
It's true. It's true.
Like, we're 60 feet. We can't really run this thing. Bradley's literally playing this one for par. He's throwing his
Look at
T-bird
this.
straight into the ground. He's not even in putting form. He's doing his little wristy thing.
Well, I mean,
It's been
that's
beautiful
gotta-
to watch that in TDU. I don't think he had that last year as consistent or maybe frequent as he does now. He uses it all the time on TDU.
He's in the lead. Everyone's chasing. He's got control right now. He doesn't need to birdie this hole.
That's the thing, though, dude.
Everyone else thinks they need to birdie it, so they're going to get wild. And
David, such a good bid there.
yeah,
Really wanted that one for him. He's such a nice guy.
what are the talks right now? I mean, I see.
Dude,
see
well, I
you
was just
chatting
going
it
to tell
up,
you,
but
there was only 2 birdies on this hole, and it was Corey and Germ, and they're both 5 under through 7 holes.
that's what I'm preaching. Like, are you guys? So you guys are looking at scores right now. You guys
I
are
am
like,
definitely not looking
hoorah.
at scores. No, I've done all this
You did this
analysis afterwards.
afterward.
I'm not checking that out in the moment. I'm trying to throw each shot as
Yeah.
good as I can.
smart.
Yeah,
smart.
I'm playing the course, not them, but they're playing the course better than I am. And they're actually like up there with Brad. So this is anybody's ball game right now.
Man, I've played the most with Corey or seen Corey play the most whilst in New Zealand. And dude, when he is down here, he is hyper aggressive, hyper hungry for the dub, and he will do what it takes. Like, he's got the power to do what it takes. So
He really does.
I can't imagine what's going through, Bradley's mind, and, not just Corey, but like there's just something about, I mean, obviously Germ took this down last year in an epic playoff, and he had been to New Zealand before that to play disc golf, but like something about New Zealand brings some great golf out of these guys.
Truly does.
And they're playing with Levi.
Yeah.
Very tough hole to attack here.
100%. And we glanced over Jacob's shot, which is as good as we've seen. Circle's edge is literally as good as we've seen, and that was an FX2 to close.
Germ and Corey's card was playing. I mean, they were playing so fast. We were not playing the fastest. I saw where his shot landed, and it was incredible. You know what we tried to do yesterday?
You guys were not playing the fastest, but
bro,
we waited on every hole. What were you guys doing?
I don't know. We were playing disc golf.
And some other stuff, like obviously disc golf doesn't take that much time. Eating plums, that is a valid answer.
Over, dude. It's over.
All right, 4 inbound shots, which we haven't seen on coverage yet this week. Somebody keeps on going right out of bounds. It's just too hard of a hole to mess up something easy like that. You got to give yourself a 40-footer the safe way and knock down a big putt.
There's some ways to be less aggressive and still get yourself a 40, 45-footer, which is much easier to run now. Gosh.
Yeah. It's a little stable on me.
It's all right.
Yeah, we're talking about 50-footers here. We had the same distance, David and I.
Got to think this is where
I thought that one was good.
Most birdies come from that area.
Totally.
This
is
are great birdies, but probably a little less rare with where he's getting up into the circle. It's tricky. Unless you're trying to float some crazy forehand up there.
Putting PA3's really good putter. Doesn't jam that one. And it's just a somewhat typical par frame.
It is I don't know.
I mean,
these guys want to hang around. Do they want to win a tournament?
We saw, I think, 1 birdie day 1, 2 birdies day 2, and we had 3 birdies today.
When do you start attacking? Because Bradley's just playing par golf right now and it's working.
What do you think I'm doing?
I'm not saying you like you. I'm just saying, like, when do players in this situation start attacking?
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying.
Hey, I'm not really worried about cashing if things go wrong. Like, I want to put pressure. I want to put birdies. I want to throw aggressive shots and make it happen.
That's going to start on hole 10.
All right.
On hole 10, you're going to have decisions to make. Hole 11, hole 12, decisions to make. Dude, he's throwing this archive so good. Stable mid-range from Prodigy. It's going well for him. I'm sped up. I'm going FX2 again.
I think some of my favorite players in disc golf have that attitude sometimes, and that's maybe why they're my favorite. When they're just like, you know what? I'm not really worried about, like, losing a couple $100 on a shot. Like, I'm about to get it.
Yeah. I was taking dead aim with that one. Luckily hit a tree because it was going long.
There's a good amount of trees back there.
It is a decent play. It feels like it'd be bad luck to push through him and find the out of bounds.
Bradley loving this duo plastic rock that's just been working for him for the last 3 weeks.
Seriously. Yeah.
Down here.
It's got some stability to it. He throws it on the Anheuser and it comes back frequently into headwinds. This is a big shot here. This is a Toro. He doesn't really pop it like I think he would. This is his understable one. He's bagging 2 of them. I was eyeballing his bag a little bit today.
It's gross. Stop.
Dude, he caught a branch in 2 different places.
Did you see, like, man, that was a funky tree. It's got some super long, soft needles.
Yeah.
Wish I knew.
In real time, I was like, that could have gone in anyways, but I couldn't tell. And I was hoping that I had a little more clarity, and I still can't tell. Very well may have. Either way, our first star frame of the round.
Boys.
Back where I started.
Good time to do it because it's about to get pretty
blustery.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy. Cool shot of the orchard there as we look at these scorecards. Jacob Blair starts with the bogey, then turns it on. 5 under through his last 8 holes. That's fantastic work. Kind of sneaking up on Bradley a little bit, but like I mentioned, as you're seeing right here, we got Big Germ Coling. We got Corey Ellis in the mix now. They're shooting hot scores. So he's going to have to keep up the work. Bradley's not going to be able to coast this thing in. He's going to have OB-laden fairways and greens headed into the final 9, which will decide the third event of the TDU.
Yeah, he can match strokes right now, but he cannot give them up.
Nope. Cool shout out right there to my boy
Wolfgang.
Caddy for me last couple days. One of New Zealand's best youngsters. I can't wait to see him in a year.
Yeah, he took down MJ18 this weekend.
Yeah, he's way younger than that too.
Super stoked for him.
All right, guys, this has been the 2026 New Zealand Disc Golf Open presented by RPM Discs, the third stop in the TDU, which is presented by MVP. Big thanks to all of our sponsors for getting down and making all of this possible. Guys, we got 9 holes to go to decide this championship. Come join us for it. For Tall Paul Oman, I'm Luke Humphries. Catch you there.